Welcome back to the studio here at France 24. It's time now to find out what's been going on in the world of the press and the papers and the websites and all the rest of it. James Queen is here.
Good evening,
Good
Laura.
to see James.
Likewise.
Let's start over at the BBC. Not a good week for them. One executive after another is walking out the door over something that happened back in the 1970s.
It's really rather dramatic what's going on at the BBC when you look over the channel. I think we have pictures of George Entwistle. It was on Saturday that the head of the BBC, only in the job 54 days, said that he was going to step down. Partly, the French media in any case are saying over his journalists grilling him to such an extent over what's been happening at Newsnight.
Right, that was on the Today programme, wasn't it?
That's right, on BBC Radio 4. They grilled him. As they were saying in Slate.fr, in another news organisation, you'd expect to just leave the boss have his say. But at the BBC, they do know how to grill their bosses in times of trouble. Now, in any case, Entwistle has stepped down, as has the head of news and the deputy head of news. Let's take a look at some of the coverage online. Newsnight could be axed after 32 years as McAlpine and Savile crises engulfed the BBC. Let's explain this, right? The latest scandal is on the 2nd of November, the Newsnight show that was already in trouble for a previous show that they put out a month ago.
For not playing a show.
That's right. It's so complicated. This is over a paedophilia scandal related to a North Wales children's school where it is suggested that senior members of the Tory party may have been involved in abuse. It's already a pretty extraordinary claim. Now, Lord McAlpine wasn't named in this Newsnight show on the 2nd of November, but Twitter users quickly said that that's who was being referred to in this show. Now, he has promptly said, Lord McAlpine, a senior peer in the House of Lords, that those who named him on Twitter as a result of this Newsnight show suggesting or perhaps leading internet users to conclude it was him should think twice before they tweet, and that a tweet is the same, is as defamatory as the front page of The Sun in terms of suggesting that he is a paedophile and was involved in abuse in this Tory, or in this North Wales school.
We're really moving into uncharted territory here, aren't we, when people are
We
starting
totally
to see
are.
people on Twitter.
That's it. And so that's what he's saying, that he's in order to clear his name, he's going to do that.
Because they were false allegations, the alleged victim has also taken back his claims.
That's right. So for now, it seems that those claims that Lord McAlpine was involved are totally false. But this comes just a month after this guy, Jimmy Savile, was at the centre of a Newsnight scandal after he's now deceased. He was a BBC children's presenter and he's accused of having abused over 300 different children over the years. Newsnight were going to come out with a show revealing all of that. It was quashed. Another BBC show revealed this whole drama about the BBC making a decision to quash that show. So the BBC is really BBC is really in a massive crisis. But I suppose the one redeeming factor here is this article that I was pointing out on Slate.fr. In the middle of a crisis, it's still doing good journalism. In other words,
John Humphreys, was it? Or
I think it was John Humphreys on BBC Radio 4. So you have BBC
because
journalists.
They are well known, aren't they, for really grilling their guests.
Gosh.
I mean, if you're up early enough in the morning, they really do give them a hard time.
That's it. So look, it's
and the BBC
continuing.
Director General is no exception, it seems.
That's right. And the latest scandal there is that he got a £450,000 payoff after being in the job for 54 days. Right. So on the BBC's own website, they're saying that he might have to half that golden handshake.
Okay, now Nicolas Sarkozy, he's long gone when it comes to running France, but some people would quite like him to come back.
All right, now this, he's actually getting very popular. There's a leadership contest between the two guys who are hoping to take over the UMP party, but 64% of UMP faithful would like to see Sarkozy make a comeback. Let's take a listen to this piece of music that an internet user put up last month. I think we can roll the pictures because I'm going to have to do a translation job here for us. It's, you know, very emotive sounding music. Nicolas Sarkozy, please come back, reviens, je t'en prie. Come back and save our lives because taxes are causing us to sink. See, it's all very. Our
knees are breaking.
Our knees are breaking under the taxes, and CEOs are fleeing. So this is the kind of stuff we're now seeing on the internet. That's had over 1 million hits on YouTube. Very popular piece of music.
Well, they should have done that before the election, shouldn't they?
Because we're seeing loads of these songs now. I have another piece of music, Laura. Yeah. This was on Les Guignols. Let's roll these pictures, and I'll explain it afterwards. Actually, this is about journalists. Journalists wishing that he'd come back.
Because we're bored.
Because we're bored, and they want to pull him out of his jacuzzi because journalists just can't handle the boring media landscape that the post-Sarkozy, as opposed to Sarkozy.
Well, he certainly kept everyone entertained, didn't he? Whatever you thought of him politically, he was He was the energetic president, wasn't
He was very energetic indeed, very energetic. So there you go. You have journalists who miss him. You have UMP faithful who miss him as well. Bring back Sarkozy for all sorts of various reasons. These songs on YouTube and Canal Plus are saying.
All right, maybe the real president's fans will come out with their own song. Now, some people want Sarkozy back. Not the same for poor old Mitt Romney, who, of course, lost the election last week to Barack Obama.
Dear, oh dear.
Now the president for
Poor
another
old
4
Mitt.
years. He's been losing friends on Facebook, I understand.
Check out www.disappearingromney.com, Laura, and you can watch him disappear, his friends disappear in real time. Now, it's not doing a very good job of it here, but usually you can see the counter going up, 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 up on the computer, and the whole, downward spiral of Mitt Romney's friends. There you go. They're not true friends at all. They're just abandoning him after he lost.
Just unfriending him. I'm sure he'll be all right. Okay, James Queenan, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks, Laura.
That's it for Media Watch. We're going to leave you now with more interesting stuff from the internet. Yes, it's time for our daily dose of web news.